Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we find out about stuff that we should know. We find out about new businesses, events going on in the community, things like that. Fresno has great educational institutions like Fresno City College, Fresno State. We have a couple more big ones coming up now. But there's colleges all over the state that you can go to where you can get your Cal grants. But you got to get ready for college. You got to get your kids ready. You got to get your own head ready. Well, there's a guy here in town, our guest, Karl, who helps guide you through that. Did I get a pretty good description there?
That's an excellent description, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me, by the way.
A lot of times parents have no idea how to get through this process.
It's intimidating, for sure. We remember when our child or our son went to was getting prepared for college. It's daunting if you don't know the ends, but it's an extremely complex process. People tend to default to the easiest way to go about it, which unfortunately they could be denying their children just an excellent experience in going to their dream school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a dream to have a dream school, right?
That's true.
And you need to start early. I had no idea. I told you before the interview, I had no idea I could get out of Fresno. My dad says, hey, get down there and sign up for Fresno State. Go down. Well, I didn't have the right classes to get in.
Sure.
And so you go to City. So that's my path. I had no idea I could have gone away to some, nice university somewhere.
And plus, Mike, the colleges are extremely expensive. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just keep going up and up. Right. So, parents who think that they make too much money feel that they shouldn't even try to get or obtain financial aid from the colleges. And that's a myth. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It's the colleges that are sitting on most of the money, up to $268 billion.
Wow.
These colleges have money available for parents, and only if they know how to obtain it.
Okay. Now, so we've got the money part, which I want to talk about, but there's also the part, like I said, I took the wrong classes. You get with kids when they're freshmen and start making sure they're getting in the right classes that will help them access college?
Yes, we have agendas, so to speak, of what they should center their focus on as they enter a freshman year, sophomore, and junior. And the senior year, it is a blitz. You have to start preparing for the applications, the FAFSA application, and what have you. We help parents get their children, or they call them children, but they're half adults, right?
Yeah.
But to get them prepared in a way, high GPAs matter. Doing well on their SAT and ACT test scores matter, and by helping them do that through their high school years, and then with
it makes them more attractive to the college.
Exactly, and that's where the money shows up. And so we have services to help the students get laser focused on what they may want to do as a career and as a major. So we have tools to allow them to look around, see what's out there in the big world, like you had mentioned that we didn't get a chance to have.
So now I know, I didn't take 2 years of Spanish. That's the bottom end, but you need to make sure you take the courses that the colleges require just to get in. But what about all the AP courses? Is that important?
Well, some schools will take APs very seriously, and some colleges won't. So again, knowing what schools that you're thinking about or interested in, plus having a third party could do some research on the parents' behalf and see what colleges are looking for. So there's over 800 colleges out there, and there are some great ones, and you just don't know which one may be the best fit college for your son or daughter. So research matters, and so knowing
some schools look for a lot of community involvement, look for a lot of
Absolutely.
AP courses and other things, and others look for different things, maybe a musical performance or a good football player or something like that.
You betcha. Some of those activities will really appeal to some colleges. So you got to find the right college. That's a very daunting task. Some parents have their mind set on on 3 or 4 colleges here in California, which is fine if they can afford to take what the colleges are giving just because of the geographical benefits. Wonderful. But if money matters, you probably want to kick some tires, find out some other comparable schools that will potentially give your son or daughter a full ride scholarship.
Great. My niece was a great soccer player, and the parents found a school that wanted to start lacrosse, and they wanted lacrosse players. And by her committee, I mean, East Coast, everybody's a lacrosse player, but not out here.
Yeah.
So by her saying, "Oh, I'll switch to lacrosse," she got her scholarship. So,
Exactly.
So a little research. So
That's right. And another area we help parents in is positioning their assets in a manner where they can lower their expected family contribution to the maximum. You want to look at your assets the way they're positioned and do what you can to lower your expected family contribution. So again, you have the cost of attendance, which is very daunting, if you will. Cost of attendance for Stanford's over $70,000.
Yeah.
UCLA's $33,000. But newsflash, nobody pays those. So they are intimidating to look at those cost of attendance. But when you've taken your free application for financial student aid, you get your expected family contribution number, which breaks down to what you're eligible for and need money to apply toward that $33,000 or that $70,000.
So when you're going to fill out that FAFSA, you're saying you just don't want to do it the weekend before and throw out what numbers. You want to kind of plan it out, how you could strategically place investments or things like that that you may not have to declare on there. You just don't want to declare everything.
You hit it right on the button, Mike.
You want to be honest.
It's financial positioning. And while you're doing that financial positioning, why not look at financial strategies to potentially recover the cost of college if you have to pay. Right. So our first objective is go for the free ride. Shoot for the stars. Find the right fit college. Give your kid a chance to go to their dream school, and do your research so that can potentially happen. And
Now we have a great community college system, the UCs and the CSUs.
Good
but
point.
You have a better chance of getting aid there or with the private colleges? We have a lot of great private colleges in California.
Well, they're all different economies, these schools. So private schools tend to give you more credit toward the need formula on the FAFSA. If you recall, you got the cost of attendance, the expected family contribution, which you try to lower the best you can through financial positioning, but then you get that eligible money to apply toward the college, and that's where private schools will be, in some cases, more affordable than public schools because they give you more credit for that.
Right, I certainly found it's more.
It's bizarre, but that's the way it works.
We have, and I talked to my kids went to Pepperdine, and we have UOP. There's St. Mary's. There's University of San Diego. All these private colleges, Stanford.
Yep.
California has so many great ones, like almost Ivy League level schools, and there's no reason why a lot of our students couldn't get in there. You don't have to default go to CSU or UCs.
Yes, and it really matters how your child is developing through high school. Will they be college ready when they're a senior?
Right.
Some students aren't.
Right.
They don't want to go away from home too soon, and so city schools are not a bad option for a couple years, and then go for the bigger school after the third and fourth year.
Well, let's get to the big picture of what you do, and I learned this a long time ago in my life. Sure. I could learn to be a stockbroker, or I could find somebody who does it every day and already knows the ins and outs.
Sure.
I could learn, all these ins and outs of sending my kids to college, or go to somebody who knows something about it, and there's so many shortcuts there with somebody who already knows.
Absolutely. When we work with clients, we take an inventory of the assets that they have. Doesn't matter if we're going to use that asset for college funding. We just want to recognize it, see what would be, identify all the resources, and identify what would be the least expensive way to fund college with what you have. And so you don't want to burn a bridge on a retirement plan, and disable that, and even end up paying more for college. So there are financial strategies.
Well, also, I think you hinted that one of the resources is the student, and if you're coming in when they're freshmen, I didn't know you could take prep for SATs and study for those and improve your
point.
scores, and so that the student themselves could be the resource, or have the student get involved in community service, or a sport or a musical instrument. So
Absolutely.
start when they're freshmen or before, I guess.
Yeah, and I
planning
tell
that out.
people at the workshops, the 3 big things they should spend most of their time on is ways to lower their expected family contribution through planning.
Okay.
Have a backup plan to fund college if scholarships fall short. The other one is find the colleges that will offer the most aid, and which schools would be the best fit. And again, the third one is to develop a plan. Have a plan as a backup plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Any kid can get into a good college, I think, if they do it right, prepare correctly, call someone like Scott, Karl in advance.
Sure.
Now, do you do these in workshops or one-on-one or both?
Yes, I've got 3 workshops that are coming up. I'll be at Central High School Library tomorrow evening at 6:30 to 7:30. There it is on the screen. The day after this Wednesday, I'll be at Bullard High School Lecture Hall. And they're 1 hour, they're free, they're educational, there's no cost or obligation. And I do provide attendees a 1 hour free consultation to address their unique
nice.
circumstances.
So the parents should really come to this.
It's for parents.
For
They're
parents,
the one
okay.
with the pocketbook.
Yeah.
They're the one that's going to be affected the most.
I have to say,
But students are welcome.
my kids wouldn't even have applied to a college if I hadn't filled out the application. So
Okay.
now we have a little video you brought, and I want to
Yeah.
see if we can put that on. We have that ready? Let's watch that, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Hello, my name is Scott Karl. I want to tell you a little bit about my workshop, How to Pay for Your Child's College Education with as little out of pocket as possible. It's an insider's guide to getting maximum money for college. Being a parent myself, I've personally gone through the headaches of putting a child through college, experiencing just how frustrating and complicated the college enrollment process can be. I thought to myself, there must be a better way, and that's why I've developed this workshop to help other parents navigate the confusing world of college finance. We'll be covering topics most parents worry about, such as missing deadlines, avoiding common mistakes, not having the time to do everything involved, developing a plan to fund college, how to increase your child's chances of college admissions, lastly, how to receive maximum financial aid. As the cost of college attendance continues to skyrocket, I understand the financial burden placed upon the parents and how it can affect your personal finances and wealth-building goals. Statistically speaking, the true cost associated in funding college ranges from $150,000 to $1 million. That's a lot of money that can impact things like your future retirement income. This workshop is designed to help you minimize the cost of college, using advanced strategies and in some cases, even recover the cost of college. The problem with college finances can be broken down into 2 parts, the student and the college. The first challenge involves the student, making sure your child has access to all the right resources and the right tools to improve their chances at obtaining the maximum financial aid amount. The goal is to make your child more academically attractive in the eyes of the colleges, to attract the best award offers. The second challenge is finding the right college, the one that fits your student's wishes while striking a financially sound balance. Another issue is the parent's financial position. Your assets can affect the amount of money the students receive. For example, just having $10,000 in regular savings can cost the student anywhere from $500 to $2,500 in lost financial aid. In my workshop, we'll be going over everything mentioned before, as well as other ways to lower your out-of-pocket costs, such as how to take advantage of tax-saving strategies to offset college expenses, proper asset positioning, a critical step before filling out the free application for federal student aid. We're also going to cover how colleges tend to under-award students and how to have a counter strategy in the appeal process. Did you know that 65% of private schools and 27% of public colleges engage in financial aid leveraging? It's their way of giving you the bare minimum amount while still enticing you to attend their college. That's only scratching the surface, but once you get through my workshop, you'll be equipped with everything you need to know to put your child through college confidently. Lastly, as a bonus for being part of the workshop, I'm offering attendees a free 1-hour, one-on-one consultation to address your unique circumstances. This $150 value is yours at no obligation. I care about everyone's unique questions and concerns, and I want to give you the proper time you deserve. Make sure you sign up soon, because seats are filling up fast. Hope to see you there. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, that's just the point I was making. Is I could learn to be a stockbroker or a brain surgeon, or go to somebody else who has it kind of figured out.
Yes, it's kind of like if you were to try to tackle it, breaking open your transmission if it wasn't working properly, and see where that would get you. But we try to engineer our cases with no additional out-of-pocket outlay. Just work with what parents have and use what they have, their resources and their current cash flow. And we discover parents are funding things either too much, deferring too much tax, or overpaying on their mortgage somehow. And so we identify these mistakes early, reposition cash flow, and potentially recover the cost of college while we're at it.
Right.
So it's really exciting.
So where should parents start? First, you're having some workshops.
They need to, it's best to experience a workshop. Get an idea of the complexities and what you're up against. And then we provide a free 1-hour consultation to address your unique circumstances, because everyone's got different situations. Kids are different, obviously, and the money, financial circumstances are different of parents. And so it's an opportunity to get all your questions answered based on your situation. So it's a unique opportunity to have.
Let's say where and when some of these workshops are.
Sure. Tomorrow is at Central East Library.
So let's say the day and date. That's Tuesday, August
7th.
Tuesday, August 27th. Yeah.
28th at Bullard High School.
Tuesday,
at the
August
lecture
28th.
hall, right next to the administration building. That's at 6:30 to 7:30. They're quick, 1 hour. And then I'll be at College Night. That's coming up on 9/11, September 11th, College Night downtown. You can go to the Fresno Office of Education to look up the details there. Hundreds of colleges will be there that night, and I'm doing a breakout session upstairs with a workshop. And then I'll be in Visalia the day before that, night before, doing a workshop.
September 10th?
Tulare County, at the Agri Center in Tulare. They're having a big venue there. And then lastly, at the Wyndham Hotel in Visalia, I believe on September 19th.
Okay.
So lots of opportunities.
Now, we went through those pretty quick. Is there a website or someplace people could go and see about upcoming workshops?
Great point. It's on the screen. collegeplanningfresno.com will have all the information and plus ways to register. And it's free.
Right.
So spread the news. It's can really change the direction of children in a very positive manner. It could improve retirement retirement plans simultaneously. It's an opportunity to identify potential mistakes you could be making and not aware of it.
Right. Maybe your assets aren't positioned just right, so you're going to end up paying more. If you reposition them a little, you may have 3 kids coming up to college you got to get them through. So
that's right.
Talk to Scott Karl now. It's free. It's free to talk to him at your school or at one of these college events, or just phone him up or go to the website, collegeplanningfresno.com, and find out. Don't wait till that senior year. But if your kid's a senior and you haven't found out yet, you can still talk to Karl.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Anything else you want our viewers? Anything else you want our viewers to know?
My home office is where I work from. It's near Marks and Herndon. It's centrally located. It's a comfortable professional atmosphere there. I'm independent. It's near again Marks and Herndon, but so I see clients there.
All right. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.